Good afternoon, welcome back. So, YouTube auditors, why I hate them, is a couple of reasons. Number one, it's that they're the scourge of humanity, or that's how they come across. They're like cockroaches, they survive a nuclear blast. They're them sort of people. No matter what you do, you dig crop back up again. It's one of them things. But it's the whole way they go about doing what they're doing. So they'll just walk around filming anything and everything. Or it's usually a certain type of build, usually police stations, that's the favourite. One of the favourites. And they come out with a load of gibberish about why they're there filming in the first place. Like, oh, I'm doing the story on this building because this needs to be brought to people's attention, blah 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 blah, whatever it is. And then they shut up and they don't seem to go on any further. But they'll stand there and hang around and say nothing, waiting for the moment where a police officer, or if they're at a warehouse, will come over and speak to them, ask them what they're doing. Why are you stopping? There is nothing there. It's one of them days today. Like I say, they say nothing, and they purposely wait for someone to come and interact with them so that they can get a reaction and stick it on YouTube and look at me. Or clever, telling this police officer that I can do this and I can do that, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, you're not. You're a dickhead. You're a bum that's got nothing better to do with the time than go around aggravating people. But it's only a certain type of person you will aggravate. You will go around and you will aggravate the police because you know there's nothing you can do. And you know that you'll get the backup. And you'll get the reaction you want off. But I can understand why they get the backup about it, because that copper that you filmed coming into work in his personal vehicle, you've clocked his number plate and then you've asked him his name and his badge number and that. How do you know he's not a copper that does undercover work? And he could be on a case that's costing hundreds of thousands to the taxpayer to investigate a grooming gang, sex trafficking ring, drugs ring, anything that they investigate undercover sort of thing. You don't know. And there's a good chance that you blasted them all over YouTube, and the criminals they're investigating who might even be watched or subscribed to your channel. I think you've just blown it wide open. Well done. Or you'll go to a warehouse and you'll film it, and then security will come out and you can't film here without the permission, blah blah blah, whatever. And you're gonna wind them up and aggravate them, and you're gonna get them to the point where they're gonna lose the job because you can go to the people above and say, oh, look what your security guard's done, look how he interacts with the public. If you hadn't been there filming and aggravating, that wouldn't have happened. You don't know the repercussions of the activity you're involved with. You don't know where it could end. How do you know that person that you're aggravating in that little security hut hasn't got a wife and kids to pay for, or to provide for, better still, and now he's just lost his job because you've been an arsehole? He's got to go back and tell his missus, oh, I lost my job because some prick with a camera was filming me. But yeah, he could do a better job of keeping his temper, but in today's society, people lose their temper very quick. But no, I've got, and then you like to proceed to tell them that I've got the right to film in a public place. Whether you've got the right or not, it doesn't give you the right to just go up to anyone and stick a camera in the face. Because if you think you have, go do one of your audits on 1% Motorcycle Clubhouse. See how you get on with that. Because that, I would love to see the reaction to. Because I've got a 75% chance that the reaction you think you're going to get, you won't get. Because when you're standing out there for 20-30 minutes filming them and talking about it and how it's a certain type, it's a certain clubhouse. Now I won't name them, because if I name them, I'm speaking on their behalf and I'm not affiliated with any of them. So I won't name them, but I guarantee you're that uneducated about that you wouldn't think twice of it, and you'll spout the club's name out. You'll put pictures up of their patch, stuff like that. It's trademarked, copyrighted, so you'll be done for defamation of that straight away. And then when they come out and ask what you're doing, why you're filming, I've got the right. I'm in a public place, I've got the right to film in a public place. And then they'll say, well, you haven't got our permission to film our clubhouse. And at that point, you will turn around and say, I don't need your permission. At which point, they will educate you. They will give you an education in how they abide by their own set of laws, bylaws. And you'll get an education that you wish you hadn't have asked for. That's the polite way of putting it. But you're not going to do that, are you? Because you know that's what's going to happen. You're not going to poke the wrong bear. You'll poke the teddy bear, because you know it won't hurt you. Because you're a bully. It's that simple. You're bullies. General people, members of the public, people under an employment contract, civil servants, as you like to call them, even though they're police officers, you'll go and provoke them because you know the law's in your favour and you can do what you want. But when it comes up to provoking someone that doesn't really give a shit about the law, and they'll take the law into their own hands, you won't provoke that bear, because that bear will rip your head off, and you know it. But I would gladly give my year's salary to watch someone go and, well, especially a certain one that does auditing, go and film a dominant 1% clubhouse. And then when they come out and ask you what you're doing, and you tell them that you've got the right and you don't need their permission, leave the camera rolling and post it on YouTube. I would give a year's salary for it. My missus wouldn't be too fucking impressed, but I'd love it because I know exactly what would happen. I'm not going to say what will happen, but you can work it out. It don't even have to be a clubhouse, just go film a scrapyard. Certain types of scrapyards where they don't give a shit. Film one of them, you'll get the same reaction. You won't do it though, will you? Because you know exactly what will happen. You will get your arse handed to you. You will only fuck around and find out with the people that won't fuck around and find out with you. But if you go and fuck around and find out with the sort of people that like to fuck around and find out, I promise you this, you'll wish you'd found out before you went and fucked around. But I hope and pray for the day that you do something as stupid as that. Because your big boy bully tactics, I've got the right and I can do what I want and you can't do nothing about it, won't save you. And just because you know that one bit of legislation, you think that gives you the right to go around and then poke your beak in other people's business. Better still, I'd like to see your reaction if everyone started to fight, if someone found out where some of these auditors lived, because none of them like to show the faces, do they? Funny that. But you just find a couple of them, we'll just go around their house and just film them. Guarantee they won't fucking like it when the shoe's on the other foot. They'll be spouting blue murder. You can't do this. I'm in a public place, mate. I can film where I want. But it's private property. It doesn't matter. Oh my God, you watch how the worm turns. When it's them on the other side of the camera. Because they got no issues about standing behind it. They just don't want to stand in front of it. I'd love to fight. I'd love to do it. I really would. So if there's any auditors out there that watch this that don't agree with anything I say, find a way of getting in contact with me, because I'm not putting my personal details on here to get spammed by the billions and billions of people on YouTube. I'm not that fucking stupid. My name's not Dragon Lord for a start. But find a way of getting in contact with me. Tell me where you live, I will come around and I will do exactly what you do to everyone else. And we'll see how you like it. But I won't tell you when it's going to happen. And I'll get someone that I know to come and do it, so you don't know it's me that's doing it. Just see how you like it. My shoe's on the other foot. I guarantee you will hate it. And on that note, the M6 has gone to shit. I was hoping to get home tonight and get loaded for tomorrow, but I don't think that's going to happen now somehow. So I'll leave it at that. I'll bid you adieu. I'll catch you another day, another way. Bonjour.